So our producer is a hobo.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know if you know about this.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
So we were at the Italian bakery earlier.
Okay, thanks for inviting me.
Grabbing lunch.
I like a nice meal as much as the next guy. All right.
We're having a meal now. We're having a nice meal.
That's true, but I would have liked one before.
And you can pay for this one, so you'll feel good.
I paid for the last... Okay. Well, so what did our producer do?
All right, so he goes up to the counter, and he says to me, what should I get? Should I get the eggplant? Should I get the veal sandwich with some sweet peppers? Should I get just like a bowl of mushrooms? And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? What is going on here? And afterwards, when we went to pay, I realized that he was just selecting his meal based on the exact change that he had in his pocket. Had nothing to do with what he actually wanted to eat. He was just like, I had a certain amount of change, and so I have to pick a meal based on that.
He paid the cashier an exact change?
Yeah, he paid him an exact change,
putting a whole
got into his luxury car, and we left.
And he put a whole sort of foods, amalgam of foods that don't fit together.
No, tell him, this is what you did.
Is this what you did?
Yeah.
You got a lot of change you got to get rid of.
You got a lot of change.
So this man's just living in his car?
Yeah.
Hey, this story's terrible. I prefer my spaghetti story from last week.
Anyway, so we were going to talk about Vegas, but then we decided we don't want to talk about all these conspiracy theories because we don't want the CIA to come and kill us.
Yeah, let's just move on from Vegas altogether.
So what do you want to talk about?
I don't even want to acknowledge it. Can we take a look at how terrible online political trolls have gotten?
Yeah.
Not because I hate trolling.
Yeah.
That's
and
fine.
by terrible, you mean like
Incorrect.
Not terrible, like morally terrible.
No.
But just incompetent.
Yes, they're promoting
Stupid and
propaganda.
Yeah.
Right. So
but badly, very badly.
Very badly.
Because good propaganda, you're not supposed to even recognize.
No.
So these guys are, you see them from a mile away.
Right. So you were pointing out to me this was a problem with Bannon?
Yeah, because, they came out, like, after Bannon left the White House.
Right.
A lot of people were saying, oh, Bannon is such an idiot, and, his greatest accomplishment will be that he was in the White House for 6 months, and he'll never do anything
Both
else.
right-wingers and left-wingers were saying this.
Within a month or two, this guy, like, single-handedly gets Yosemite Sam elected in Alabama.
A fucking senator elected.
So this guy Moore, he's pulling his 6-shooter out and firing in the air at rallies. He's riding a horse to the polls.
This is all true.
He's talking about, like, the Book of Revelation and, and 9/11 and shit.
The guy's a complete nut.
Unbelievable.
For those of you who don't know, this is your new Alabama senator.
Let me explain something to these fucking morons. Okay, Bannon goes down there and gets Yosemite Sam elected. Mm-hmm. Who's he running against? Luther Strange, who's endorsed by the sitting president, Trump, who's very popular in Alabama.
Right.
Who...
All the other Republicans in the Senate liked him and wanted
McConnell,
him.
They are all raising money
He was your
for him.
typical establishment guy.
Karl Rove went down to Alabama and spent with his whatever Crossroads GPS pack or whatever the hell it's called.
This son of a bitch is still alive?
He spent $10 million. Well, yeah. I mean, he spent $10 million on Luther Strange and lost.
Didn't Luther Strange
to Bannon and this guy Moore?
Didn't Luther Strange end up outspending Roy Moore 5-1 or something?
So enough about exactly.
It was 5-1, right?
Which is what Rove is really good at spending money.
At throwing money away.
I heard he spent $300 million to lose the Romney campaign.
Oh, really?
In 2012.
Fantastic. Yeah. So Bannon has already accomplished more in 1 or 2 weeks than the establishment could accomplish with tens of millions.
And these fucking guys, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but this is my point about trolling, right? This is my entire thing. Left-wingers and right-wingers both going online thinking they know something about politics. They're all shitting on Bannon. And look, I got my problems with Bannon too, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, these people are amateurs.
So I was having the same problem, but on the other side of the aisle.
Yeah.
I was going online, and I was taking a look at what's going on right now. You remember the Women's Convention, the Women's March?
Yeah.
So right now they're doing a women's convention in Detroit.
Right.
And Bernie Sanders was slated to speak. You cannot believe the shitstorm that came out from all of these feminist trolls. Now look, I'm a pro-feminist guy.
And this is based on something Bernie said?
No, this is just based on him showing up, agreeing.
This is based on something Bernie did?
No, this is what he did. He agreed to speak. The Women's Convention asked him to speak. Yeah. And he said yes. Right. And that was the most gravest of sins that he could have committed.
Why didn't they invite a woman to speak?
They did, actually. So they invited Hilary Clinton herself. She said no, and obviously she would say no. What interest it is in of hers if she can't sell books or piss in the face of Bernie Sanders? She's not going to show up.
They should have held it at a Costco.
Yeah,
where she could
sell her fucking books.
Yeah.
Then
you saw the pictures of her with the books?
No. Are there
signing the books like next to the milk jugs?
People are actually lining up to buy this fucking What Happened book?
Aisle 8 right next to the milk.
Hillary, you happened. You're what I can't go down this path again. Let's stay on topic. So they're shitting all over Bernie. I'm looking at all these feminist trolls. Now look, I want to make a distinction. I consider myself to be a proud feminist, but there is a big difference between these Emily's List. Emily's List is this feminist organization. They backed Hilary, and they've come out and blasted the Women's Convention for getting Bernie to come and speak. And so this is what they said, and I'm getting this from an article from The Hill, and that's important, and I'll explain why in a sec. And I'm quoting them here, the choice of Senator Sanders sends the wrong message. We have more women leaders in elected office than ever before, and they are forcibly leading the resistance against Trump and his allies in Congress, and they just go on and on like that.
Right.
They later send a condescending tweet to the creators of the Women's Convention saying, we'll help you guys out. If you guys are struggling to find people, we'll help you guys out. Here's why this is hypocritical bullshit, and I've always hated Emily's List. I don't consider them true feminists. They're just an establishment wing who tried to help Hillary Clinton get elected and shit on Bernie. But here's why I love it. Take a look at this. A year ago, around the same time, when they're holding their own gala on women's leadership, did they ask a woman to headline it? No. They asked none other than Bill fucking Clinton. This is a level of hypocrisy that is unbelievable. He was slated a year ago to speak on women's leadership. What do you think of this?
Look at all the women he helped in their careers. I mean, we never would have heard of Monica Lewinsky if he hadn't stuck that cigar in her.
That's right. He made her really popular. Is this the kind of leadership that he was slated to speak about?
And if his wife hadn't destroyed, her
other
reputation,
right?
Jennifer Flowers' reputation,
and all the potential victims there.
Yeah.
So instead of getting a woman, they got a person who was accused of sexual assault to speak at their gala, but now they're pissing on Bernie Sanders. Many women. Yeah. Exactly. So Emily's List, get out of the way of the real feminists.
Get your heads out of your ass.
Well, no, I just see them, I don't even see this as a woman's issue, as a gender issue. I continue to see this as an establishment issue.
No, it's just a sanity issue. It's a sanity issue. I mean, he was invited to speak.
Right.
He graciously agreed to speak. There's, apparently nothing...
Well, I mean,
wrong with what he said, or with him personally.
Right, there's absolutely nothing wrong.
And they invited several other prominent female politicians.
60! There's 60 invitees, 2 are men.
Yeah.
And Emily's List had a problem with this.
Yeah. No, but the point is they invited leading female politicians to speak.
They invited Kamala Harris too. And she said no.
Which is an odd thing for them to do, because you would think that they would want to go to an event like this if indeed they actually care about it.
Or gave a fuck.
Yeah.
In fact, the headliner is actually Maxine Waters. And that hasn't even been discussed at all because of all the shitting that's going on against Bernie Sanders and progressives.
Right.
But so just to take it back to online trolling, and I know you're going to hate some of this, but I was taking a look at all of the debate that's going on this, and all of the hate from these fake feminists against Bernie Sanders speaking at the convention. And it turned into this debate about whether or not he's qualified to speak at the convention, which then I was taking a look, turned into a debate about whether he was qualified to be president. And this old article was getting battered around, which is why Hillary Clinton's qualified. Mm-hmm. And it's Hillary Clinton's top 14 accomplishments. And this is supposed to really speak to why she's a great leader on all fronts, on women's rights.
Why do you inflict these things on yourself? Why do
I even read this?
Yeah, I mean, it's over. It's done.
No.
It's finished.
I'm not letting go. Hillary Clinton's still on the fucking news every day shitting on progressives.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she was on Fareed Zakaria the other day. They asked her, are you going to give back all the money that rapist Weinstein donated to your campaign?
And let me guess.
And you know what her answer was?
What?
Well, I always give 10% of my money to charity. So, of course.
Fantastic.
I mean, she's a paragon of virtue.
So she's not giving back. Just so everyone knows, Weinstein was a major fundraiser for the Clintons.
Right. Probably not so much anymore.
No, I think he has his own legal battles to save his money for.
Have you seen some of the pictures of them at various events?
Yeah, we had them on our show last time, those pictures.
Right. Yeah,
and just so I remember correctly, Hillary Clinton took, 72 hours to come out and condemn this man?
Oh, at least.
At least 72 hours.
150-word statement She was very sort of vague.
Oh, yeah. I guess she was trying to balance between at what point the accusations became bad enough that she had to give up that funding
Well,
source.
she probably had to check with Bill first, make sure that he wasn't in on any of these.
Okay, let's get away from Weinstein. This is what Weinstein does. He keeps pulling us back in.
By the way, we now know what it takes to knock Trump off the front page for a week.
30 years of rape allegations swept under the carpet.
Right, by major actresses
Right.
against a huge Hollywood producer.
That's-
And a mass shooting.
And a mass shooting.
Yeah.
You combine those two things in
and
a
you can
week,
get Trump
and finally you get Trump off the
off
headlines.
the news.
Well,
So
congrats.
I'm hoping next week Trump will be back on the headlines because these
things will end?
These things are fucking off.
Can we go back to my problems with Hillary Clinton? I know you don't like to talk about her, but I'm just so enraged constantly by this. This is the article that was sent around and my left-wing friends sent to me.
Right.
Hillary Clinton's top accomplishments. I think this was in response to me saying something like she's not qualified to speak, she's not qualified to be president. Here are her top 14 major accomplishments. I'm not going to go through each one. And look, I'll give her credit. Some of them are true. I mean, you spend your whole life in politics, you should get at least one or two fucking things done. But here's some of the shit that they put in here. TPP as an accomplishment. First of all, Trump killed it.
Yeah.
Not an accomplishment. It didn't happen. Right. Second of all, it's horrible. It was one of the things that her association with lead her to lose the election. Am I wrong on that?
Thirdly, didn't she say that she would scrap TPP if she got in? Like towards the end of the campaign,
Right.
when she realized it was going to lose her major states and the rest of
That's right.
She finally admitted, okay, it's a bad deal. We have to like get rid of it or renegotiate it or whatever.
That's right. I think after...
So how can you claim it's an accomplishment?
It's-
If you shit the bed and you're like, what a wonderful thing, and everyone's like, no, you shit the bed, and you say, oh, you're right. That's not an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's a good
afterwards.
point. So not only did it not come to pass at all,
Right.
and fails to actually be an accomplishment.
She herself admitted that had it come to pass, it
would
would
have
have
been
been terrible.
Right, but that's one of her top 14 accomplishments.
Right.
But just to stay on trade, number 2, under Secretary of State of this article that these trolls online were sending me, successfully concluded bilateral trade agreements with South Korea, Colombia, and Panama in 2011. Now, I don't know if you remember the Panama Papers.
Yeah.
But basically, what that ended up showing is this entire Panama Free Trade Agreement was nothing more than a way to get rich people in America to stash their money in Panama and get it away from the taxes of the federal government.
That's fantastic.
Is that an accomplishment? Great. That's fantastic work, Hillary Clinton. You just conducted an exercise in why you lost the election.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on like this. There's more shit like this. Negotiated ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Yeah. She did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
because the
there.
Middle East is peaceful now.
Yeah. She didn't do anything. I mean, are they so dense? They don't remember Libya. They don't remember her
What
pushing.
you have to get through your head is that the reason she lost is because of racism and sexism.
Yeah.
Once you accept that, then all these other things fall.
I don't think our viewers know your particular brand of sarcasm. This is all sarcastic, I take it?
No, I love Hillary. I hope she continues to do what she's doing.
Well, you want her to run for president again?
Yeah, maybe she can pick Weinstein as her running mate.